Kristen tells her girlfriend Elise that her honeymoon was what? It was amazing.
Amazing.
And that the other thing that's wonderful is that she loves coming home and spending time with Shaq. She loves that they're living together.
Right, in an apartment together as husband and wife.
Do you smell that?
I thought I smelled something more coming out.
There's
Mm.
some.
Yeah, I hope it ain't me. It ain't me.
Oh, it's
Oh,
Kristen.
Kirsten. Okay.
She's trying to spread that in.
Funking it up. Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we're going to be talking about Lifetime Network's reality-based TV series, Married at First Sight, season number 16, episode number 10.
But before we get into it, please like, share, and subscribe. We're a little late with these videos because we've been out of the country and now we're back. We're trying to catch up. So here we go.
Kirsten starts FaceTiming
Yes. Her
with her
girlfriend,
girlfriend
Elise.
this episode.
And she's hemming and hawing how they have not been together.
Enough.
He enough that his schedule. He comes home late because he gotta do some events or activities with his mentorees
At
at the
nighttime,
university.
right, and nighttime oriented
And
events.
right, and she doesn't see him. She tried one time to stay up for him, but she fell asleep. And he is busy, busy, busy. And she's saying that, how could they get together if he's not around? And she's complaining and saying that, he's not putting the time in because she can't get emotionally close to him when he's not around.
Um, I just think that this is kind of disingenuous.
Of
Like,
course it is.
that's the
Of
thing.
course it is.
Okay.
She says one thing, but her actions are something else altogether.
They're engaged in a conversation based on an exercise that Dr. Pepper Schwartz wants them to do.
Right,
Okay. And that exercise is connect more intimately.
right. And she
And
asked him whether he has ever been in love, and he
right.
said, "Yeah."
Yes, yes. Mhm.
He feels like he's been out in the world, no one to care for him, and having been in love, he likes the idea that someone was able to show him what it is and what it
Mhm.
feels like, and he likes that feeling.
Mhm.
And you could clearly see he wants to tell her that he wants to experience that with her.
Yeah, great feeling for him.
Right.
Yep, absolutely.
That he
Absolutely.
wants some more of.
Mhm.
And then when he asked her what was her experience with that, he
Mhm.
said she too has
Mhm.
been in love,
Right.
that she's been in a 4-year relationship.
Mhm.
However, she has never shared what she thought with the dude in the relationship she has had.
Hold up, stop the pressure. Had to scratch the egg on that one, y'all. What?
Yeah. Four
How the hell are
years,
you in a
four
relationship
years,
with
and you've never articulated what your thoughts or your feelings were to the person you've been with.
that you're connecting you claim you're connected with?
Red flag all over the place. She hasn't been able to authentically express herself with the dude who she claims she's in love with.
Right. And I wonder if he knew that. Wow. Wow.
I think there's
She
some
hasn't dealt with.
trauma
Yeah.
that she hasn't really dealt with.
Mm,
I think she's just going through the motions
mhm.
and that she is lying and be disingenuous to the audience at this point.
And I agree, but let me qualify something. I agree that she's lying, but she's lying to herself.
Mm-hmm.
She's lying to herself, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I believe Shaq kind of asked Kirsten, well, what would it take for you to be in
To
love
be in for
and be in
her
a
to
relationship?
fall in love.
Right,
And she said more time with the person.
right,
More time. Need
right,
to spend more time so she can get some sort of emotional
right,
connection.
right. Being with him and more time.
Yes.
Right.
Kristen has a event at the
At the
house
house
and
for to
she
welcome.
invites his mentorees to
Yep,
come through
yep,
and introduce her to them.
yep. They were his four young guys, college age guys, rolled through and
Yeah, Eric,
check out their mentor Shaq and his new wife.
Rick, I think Devon and two
Evan,
Chandlers,
I would say Devin.
Devon and two Chandlers. They
Right.
look like twins,
Yeah.
but it's strange that their names are both Chandlers, and I don't know if the show made a mistake with the chirons that
Ironic. Yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
did.
yeah.
But in any event,
Mm-hmm.
Rick expressed that he thought Shaq was corny because he didn't want to, do text messages with them or what have you. But
Until I got to
once,
know him.
until they got to know him,
Yeah.
they have a better relationship with him. And it's good that these young black men could have someone in their life who's all about the business of elevating um, people and the young men around him.
No matter how corny they may perceive him from the
Exactly.
very beginning, they
Exactly.
can understand and sense and feel like, hey, look, they have
He's
somebody to look,
authentic.
yeah, that he's authentic. They legitimately have somebody to look up to
Right.
and to guide them in their endeavors as they move from college to they
Right.
transition from college to real world life.
Because black men have something special to give to the younger brothers coming up.
Absolutely,
And it's a
absolutely.
valuable component to their health and well-being. And I just think it's awesome that Shaq is able to do that with these young men.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
We find out that Shaq was offered a job.
Yeah, in the course of their discussion, Shaq reveals to not only Kirsten but also his mentorees that he had another job offer in another city other than Nashville, but he turned it down. And the reason why he turned it down is because it's not just him anymore. He's not a single man. He's a married man, and he has got to think for what's best for his wife and himself as a unit, not by himself.
Kristen found out that information in
At the
real
same
time
time,
at the
right,
event that he told the boys.
right.
He said that if he had told her, there would have been a problem. So these people don't have a good communication set going on, regardless of what Kristen
Wonder what
says.
that is.
Shaq hooked up with Kristen to go to a nursery. He loves plants. He
Yep.
said he loves to see stuff grow, and he
Hmm.
wanted to buy two plants, which represents their
Right.
relationship.
The symbolic nature of having a plant in the house is to remind her and himself that, hey, look, we're a plant, we're like a plant, we're growing, and we need nurturing. We need to nurture one another and grow as a unit. Mhm.
She prepares a sort of special event for him. She's doing
A
a spa
spacation at the house.
vacation at the house. She
Yeah.
has a massager to give him a
Hmm.
massage. She has a special robe for him.
Man, she's wearing a
And
robe.
they sit down and they're talking, and he really appreciates it. There are candles lit, and I think she had a drink for him.
Yes.
She had a drink for him.
Wanted to know something that she didn't know about him. Okay.
And he revealed that, he's sometimes insecure about his status as a man. That so
Because he
many,
didn't play sports and all
right.
that, and because he had the scar on his head that came from an accident, he was a little self-conscious about that part of it.
Seemed like he lived a lonely life to
Right.
me based
And
on what he's
and he
saying.
also said, if I'm not mistaken, that he didn't have really a father figure in his life
Yeah,
as well. So
yeah,
when you take into consideration those three things, yeah, he was a little
right,
traumatized by those events,
right.
and that it kind of eroded his self-confidence.
Then he turned on her and he said, "Well, you tell me something now."
I didn't. Yeah, yeah.
She said, "Oh, there's a lot to tell." And then she starts off with, I get quiet." He said, "I know that." He got a little frustrated. "I know that. Tell me something else." And then she says, "There's nothing really there to tell."
Yeah, and in other words, she's like not being not only honest with her spouse, she's not being honest with herself, and she's not being honest with us as viewers either.
You said she's sandbagging him.
She's definitely sandbagging, okay, in this instance, because she knows good and damn well
She's not
that
gonna share anything
right,
personal with
right.
him.
It's almost like she's playing cards with her husband, and she's decided to keep her cards
Right,
close to her
right,
chest and not reveal them, or not reveal what she's got in her hand until she's made an assessment about whether or not she's comfortable enough to do it, even though he's already done that.
right. And then she tells her girlfriend that she's not spending time with him and they're not sharing. Now, Shaq, when they asked him in his confessional, he said, "I want to spend time with doing the stuff that I love,
Hmm.
and I want to spend time with friends and family."
Hmm.
Does that mean that he is not um pulling Kristen into the circle.
The irony in that is that she's now family because he's married to her.
And exactly,
Yep.
he doesn't consider her a friend or family.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if she considers him that as much as he considers her that. I think that he made a distinction, and I understand why he may have said it the way he said it, but I think he's a little further down the line. But
Don't you think that he believes that she's all about the age? He looks like he's
I think he's
checked out.
tired of her ish.
He is checked out.
I think he's tired of her ish and losing patience because he's wondering, what he
What's it
should
gonna
do
take?
at this point because he's been open and he's revealed some things about himself and she's been
She
very guarded, closed
walls.
off.
He talked about the walls
Yeah,
God erected.
she's building her walls as they speak, as they proceed, and that's not the direction she should be going.
However, she wants him to reveal everything, but she wants to hang out behind the
In
wall.
order for her to become, get to the point where she feels comfortable.
Something happened with Kristen that she stopped. She comes across as childlike, not as a woman of. She's 32 years old.
Right.
She comes across as if she's very childlike to me.
Well, I think there's definitely some maturity issues that she
Yes,
has. There's no question about that.
yes.
And I think Shaq is probably getting a little impatient and having to deal with those issues and how they manifest themselves within the course of them trying to get to know each other as husband and wife.
I mean, she keeps changing the goalposts,
Yeah, they constantly move with her for sure.
constantly moving, and after a while, that stuff gets old.
Yeah, after a while, he's gonna take the football and walk off the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And not try to kick it through.
he should start walking now. But that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Mm, mm,
Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. We appreciate you so much. Doesn't begin until the full, authentic you shows up.
agreed. Let us know what you think, y'all.